How's it going, Sha?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm good, Sha. I just recently did some shows out in Boise, and it's my second time in Boise. I had to do some connected flights there and back,
Mm-hmm.
and I flew Delta, so they offered, like when you get to the airport, they offer the upgrade thing.
Oh, sure.
All my seats were like exit row in coach,
Mm-hmm.
and when I got there, my first connecting flight, they offered me to upgrade for like $20 to
Mm-hmm.
Comfort Plus,
Right.
and so I took it. Never done it before, and yo, that is a party up there, yo. I didn't know it was that significant of a difference. Life
Mm-hmm.
changing. Everybody should be Comfort Plus.
Mm.
Um, big advantage. Besides the seats being wider, big dude loved it. More leg room, big dude loved it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? But the big advantage is alcohol is included.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's huge. And it's not only included, it's borderline pushed on you. They yo, if you were alcoholic, stay in coach. But like that is a significant like, yo, child, when I went so I was in the first row in Comfort Plus, and
Mm-hmm.
the lady comes up to me and she's like, so would you like to drink? And I said, let me get a Coke Zero. And she said, and I was like, I ice. And she's like, okay. So like she looked at me like I was wilding, And
Mm-hmm.
then I hear like the dude next to me order. He looks at me like, I don't know about this schmuck, but I'm gonna take a Coke and whiskey. Like he was disgusted with me.
Right.
And then I hear every row behind me order like a wilder drink. And they was like, yeah, let me get two of those. Let me get this. I was like, oh, I'm fucking up the game, you know? So like when she's making her way back, that's the other say you get drinks offered to you like every hour.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a 3-hour flight. They came down that road 3 times with alcohol offerings. And they try to balance it with sun chips. Sun chips ain't enough carbs for that shit.
Mm-mm,
You know what I
no,
mean?
not
They're
at
like, yo, here's
all.
some sun chips and some hard liquor. Um, so like that lady came back the second time. I was like, oh, I paid attention. I'm gonna have the Coke Zero with some rum. And she shook her head like, now you talking, okay? And she gave me the drink.
What? What?
Yo, and then I saw the dude next to me, and he was like, I could tolerate this guy. We drank together.
Oh,
So
what a
then,
nightmare.
yo. So like I'm supposed to transfer in like Minnesota. I land in
Mhm.
Minnesota. I'm saucy. Like, I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Best $20 I've ever spent. So like I look at the upgrade in Minnesota, it was $70. I ain't gonna justify that for drinks.
Mhm.
But they have 4 seats in Comfort Plus available.
Mhm.
So I'm waiting until like the last hour. I go up to the counter. I was like, yo, listen, can I transfer to the front seat? Like it's been eating at me for like 2 hours waiting in this room. I'll pay the $70 for this alcohol situation.
Mhm.
So I have it in my head. I was like, I'm gonna pay for this. I go to the counter. I was like, yeah, let me get the transfer up. And he just does it for me. You know what I mean? He don't charge me. He just hooks me up. He looks at me.
Wow.
He's like, this guy's friendly. He got good aura, good energy. Maybe it's because I've been drunk, admittedly. But like he saw I was in like a happy place. And he
Mhm.
just gives me the bump up. So I show up and like now from my previous experience having learned, I
Mhm.
know, oh, this is where like people go to drink on the plane.
Mhm.
So the lady comes down the aisle on this flight and she asks my row, what y'all want? I'm in the aisle seat, but I'm a good person. So I was
Right.
like, what do you want first, man? And he's like, let me get a rum and Coke. And I said,
Mhm.
I'll have what he's having, so like there's camaraderie in it, you know?
Okay.
So like we get our drinks together and like now we clanking cups on this flight. So yo,
Oh, no.
so we do that shit and like we start laughing because we don't even know each other's names up until this point, but now we clanking cups and like the lady laughs at it and like we start like, hell yeah, everybody drinking rum. And like a coincidence, I hear the dude behind me, he's like, they got good, what they having? They having fun. I want what they have. I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So we get hyped. So we in Comfort Plus, like churning up. And like, there's no like dividers like on some like old school flights. So like,
Right.
people in coach could
Mhm.
hear the party and they
Right.
not happy. I get it. But like, what
Yeah.
was really dope is that
Mhm.
people in first class could hear our party and they weren't
Mhm.
happy too. They like, yo, how come they having more fun in shittier seats than us? You know, because y'all busy eating fucking fettuccine shrimp instead of drinking. We turning up over here. Yo, my 4 rows was a party, son. So we was like, hell
Oh,
yeah, what you
wow.
drinking? And then like we started like passing out like drinks to each other. Like yo, that
Mhm.
was on me, even though they all free, but it was just like the inside joke of the flight. And
Wow.
I landed in Boise like out of my mind. Um I barely moved for like the last 8 hours and I was like 9 drinks in.
Oh,
Um
no. So I'm sure as soon as you stood up.
yo, I felt it. Like it was a
Yeah.
lot. Um Thankfully the Boise airport is short. You know, it's a little airport, so I made it happen. But now I'm armed with all this information, you know, like,
Mhm.
okay, Comfort Plus, great customer service, a lot of liquor. Uh, I go back 2 days later to come back home.
Mhm.
I go in, I check the thing. I like, oh, they got 6 seats open. I know I could parlay this situation,
Uh-huh.
you know. So I go again. I'm like, all right, it's $50. I'm gonna go buy it. But if he's being cool, maybe I get this. And I went up and once again, I was like, yo, homie, I waited purposefully to like 30, 40 minutes before the flight and the
Mhm.
seats were still open. So I was like, yo, if nobody's taking it, can I get the upgrade? And he's like, yeah. And again, they just hooked it up. I ain't have to buy it. They just showed me love.
Mhm. Right.
But now I know, oh, alcohol is on deck. So now I'm asking for alcohol before we take off.
Oh,
Like
no.
we
Oh,
on the floor.
no. That's mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So we turning up early.
Okay.
Then I get to Minnesota.
Mhm.
I buy my first drink because I gotta wait in the place.
Right.
And then when we go on the second flight, I do the same thing again. I wait till about 40 minutes before the flight,
Mhm.
go up to the desk, and I know I slurred it more, but I was still charming.
Uh-huh.
But I asked for the seat upgrade again, got it a third time. So far I
Uh-huh.
paid for 1 seat upgrade, got 3 free ones.
Right.
And again, got super sauced up on this trip. Now
Right.
the difference is if you land in JFK in the Delta part of the airline, there
Uh-huh.
are 50 different places where like there's 50 different aisles or whatever you call them,
Yeah, the
terminals.
gates. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
there's
gates.
50
Yeah.
gates in their terminal.
Mhm.
I was on gate 48.
Oh, I know exactly where you
Yeah.
were. You had a minute.
Ye-
You had
yo, that is like a
and
solid mile and a half walk
yeah, that
that I
is a
had to
lot.
make rocked out my mind. Yo, I was gone, and they leave you in the air, and there's nobody there. I was on a red eye, shot. So it's like
Okay.
1 a.m. I'm in an empty
Mhm.
airport, like having dreams. Like I'm seeing visions, and I gotta walk. Yo, I was gone, shot, gone. And like
Uh,
I don't get saucy often, but I def got like saucy because I was killing time, I was having a good time. Um, the few times I've been saucy has been around
uh-huh.
like my friends and my pop, like my fam. I've never been saucy like that. I've
In
rarely been
public?
saucy like that around my parents. My pops is
Okay.
picking me up. So
Mhm.
like I'm giving him polite energy on the phone,
Right.
and that's hard to do when you saucy. You
Yes,
know,
yeah.
like I was trying sincerely, like, yeah, thank you so much, Pops. You my G. You know that, homie?
Okay,
Hell
that's
yeah.
too much, that's
And
too
like, yeah,
much.
like I
That's
kept
already too
escalating it too
much.
far.
Yeah,
And
already
then you
know.
throw in the element of being lost in this freaking Delta terminal slash forest.
Mhm.
It's crazy. So like he would call me, he was like, so how far are you? I was like, I just landed. I'm about like, I gotta walk this thing and then I'm gonna see you outside. And
Mhm.
like I know. I can't verify because I was drunk how long it took me. But he called me like 4 times during that walk.
Oh
Like, I
my
know it's a long
God.
walk, but it shouldn't take 4 phone calls to verify where I'm at.
Oh,
You know?
wow.
He's like, "What you doing?" He's like, "Yo, I'm," and I know like some of my answers were stupid. I was like, "Yo, you know they got a Louis Vuitton store in Delta?" I like, "It's closed now, but you can see everything inside. It's crazy, Pops." My pops could give a fuck. He has never shopped at Louis Vuitton in his life.
Right.
Yeah, I was giving him really cool updates about Delta. But yeah, shouts to Delta Comfort Plus. It's a dope party. Whoever's in the first row of Delta Comfort Plus, it is your job to kick off the alcohol proceedings. And
Us.
you can make first class sincerely jealous because they everybody in first class, you gotta understand that they're doing work. So they're comfortable, but they don't have turn up, you know.
Mm,
Comfort Plus is turn up. You know, you
okay.
go there, that's you wanting to be a little more comfortable, but you're still on vacation. You know, so you could like bring it, you know?
Yeah. Huh. I will say that if I were in either of these sections with you,
Yeah.
turning up, I would have absolutely hated your guts. I would have hated the entire flight. What the fuck are you doing? Sit down and shut up. Realize that we could die. Quit trying to make it a party.
Hell
Is
yeah.
is it still gonna be fun when we're plummeting to the earth? No. So just shut up, eat your goddamn chips, watch whatever is on television. That's what I do. The reason I get Comfort Plus is so I can make sure that my bag is going to be on top of my head when I get in there. So I don't have to go to no baggage claim afterwards. That's why I'm doing it. It's nice to have a little room, all that other shit. But come on now. I didn't know
Nah,
that you
B.
could do the alcohol. I look, I'm much better with flying now than I used to be.
Mm.
But I don't necessarily want to be on the party plane. So when people are getting lit around me, I am seething. Like, shut up. It took me decades to get this chill on a plane. Tighten the fuck up. You can't be on the plane. Just come on.
That shit was fire, B.
Nah,
We was
that sounds
hyped
like a
about I
nightmare.
knew it was too much because we was hyped about stupid shit. I was like, yo, the chips, kettle cooked. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
see, you would have been the worst. Oh my goodness. We would have made eye contact and you may have actually quieted down a little bit. My eyes would have been pure flames shooting lasers at you. If I would have just been sitting there like, just let him look at me. Let him look at me. I'm gonna burn a hole through the back of his big head. Just let him look at me. What a nightmare.
Listen,
That would have been a nightmare.
there's 16 people in that section. I feel confident that 12 of them loved me. Admittedly, you're right. There's some people that I couldn't verify, but
yeah.
like 12 people really vibed with me. The batting average was lower on the New York flight. On the flight on the last leg,
Right.
Minnesota to New York. I definitely think that was like my raunchiest.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at that, I definitely was out of my mind at that point. Because I know I did two things wild there. Like one, the first class gets a meal. Comfort Plus gets free alcohol, but they still get snacks.
Right.
And coach only gets the snacks.
Mhm.
So I heard first class get ordered, like they had like a fettuccine Alfredo, and it came with either chicken or shrimp.
Mhm.
And I heard various people in first class say, "No, I'm good." You know, as is their right.
Mhm.
And I know I tried to convince someone in first class to let me have their fettuccine.
Okay, see?
I was like, "Yo, my man, you ain't ordering it." You know, but
You're no, yeah, you're too far, too far.
yeah,
You're
I
not
was out of my element there. I was a little wild.
yeah, you're not saucy anymore. Now you're sauced. Past tense. ED sauced. Ain't no
Yeah,
Y on that. Yeah, that's a ED. That's a hard sauced.
yeah, it was a wild call, but overall it was great. Like the experience was fantastic. I recommend it to everybody. And I got sober when I finally got into the like the house.
Uh-huh.
Like the whole car ride, I was trying to pretend I was sober. I was not sober. I know my dad knows.
Right.
But
so also you've been pickling in alcohol across the country.
That shit was seething out of my skin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It ain't my fault, like, or because like it was all the airports, like the flight was delayed because of weather. So like when I got to Minnesota, there was no food. I couldn't like balance it.
Right.
I think like the best food option I had, I ended up buying it was like what's that shit called? Like like I forget the name of the brand of the company, but there's a company that makes like salads and they put them in the fridge.
Oh, right, yeah.
Vending machine, Harvest or some shit like that.
It could be anything. Anyone makes those, yeah.
It was delicious. I had a Baja chicken wrap.
It was delicious because you were drunk.
Hell yeah, she was slamming. I tried getting the Smash Burger. They were closed.
Right.
Chick-fil-A like was just like, yo, we closed all weekend at the airport. It's not just Sundays. So they were just out of pocket. So yeah, I had a Baja chicken wrap.
There's more God at the airport on the weekend.
Straight
so, yeah,
up,
they can't be there.
But I just had that, and I had a Starbucks coffee. So I didn't get like the normal. That's why I was so hyped, because I was up, but also
you out here
drunk.
making homemade Four Locos.
Yeah, yo, I had a Starbucks a skinny iced mocha with 2 extra shots espressos, 4 shots. And then
how did you not shit yourself? How many times did you have to go to the bathroom when you hit that long JFK walk to where the cars were?
My stomach processes caffeine well, because I don't do it often. I think that's
fine. But it was also had its hands full with alcohol and that Baja wrap, which I'm sure it was like, what the fuck is this? Who threw this down here?
You never have this.
I'm not equipped for this right now. We've got an emergency.
I peed every time we got off a plane. A lot. Like I peed like yeah. Sure. But I had to take a deuce, but I peed when I like got off when I got off in Minnesota. I peed, and I know I went to the bathroom twice during the walk to the car. I know that was part of the delay. Me getting to my dad.
You're just in a bathroom by yourself singing at a urinal. Oh,
hell yeah, yeah, that shit was fire. Oh man, it was great times though.
I would really like, now is the time to have your father on, and I'd like to talk to him about what it was like to wait for 45 minutes for his grown-ass son to bring his drunk ass to the car.
Yo, it was amazing. I was lit. And like, you know, like when you fly in, like text messaging don't like 100% work in the air.
Right.
So like Gabby was getting like wild text messages from me that would like pop up and I couldn't further explain. And like she knew I was drunk because I was texting in like Spanish a lot. So she's like, all right, like this dude don't talk this shit at all. Everybody, I read shit up. I was saying one word in various different ways. This is my text message to Gabby. My text message was where's this shit at? About my last, I sent it 3 times. I sent prendido 3 different times. Prendido in Spanish means turned on or turned up. And then I just kept adding O's every time I texted prendido.
You out here texting like the Kid Mero to your wife. Just all caps? Was it in all caps?
She's like, why are you trying to misspell this word so much? And I was like, yo, I'm having a blast in the air.
Drunk and screaming at your wife from a plane.
Oh yeah. Comfort Plus, baby. Best $30 ever spent. All of y'all should look into that when you fly. Shouts to Delta. Shit was fire. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Comfort
if
Plus,
anybody
baby,
who listens to us works at Delta, I'm so sorry. But stop them next time. Make them pay. Make them pay.
At this point, you could charge me. I know it's worth the value. Okay, that is value add all day. Okay,
All right.
all you did was sell me on it with those 3 upgrades. Okay.
Okay, but that's because you were on long flights. Take a little ride one of them jitneys between New York and Atlanta. One of them hour 15-minute joints. See if it's as much fun.
Yeah,
it is
fair.
not.
That's
if you're on one of those, I call them jitneys because I feel like they leave like every hour. In New York to one of those, like either Chicago or Atlanta. I'm familiar with the Atlanta jitney. There's always loose children. And I feel like there's like something strapped to the wings, just extra makeup cases or something. It's always just extra. And yeah, that alcohol is not going to be as fun.
I definitely yelled at a kid too. I say, "Yeah, little homie," and I don't know what the context was. I just know I said that to him. Like he went up I think he had like parents in our area, but he had like family in the back. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why he was running back and forth. But when he came
they
up,
probably sent him to the back because stay away from that one.
The dad rocked with me though. The dad was with me. Admittedly, I will say I don't remember the mom being as enthused.
No, I imagine not.
She wasn't hating, but she wasn't like in the vibe with us. But me and the pops was vibing.
Oh my God. Yeah, because she's going to have to deal with him after. Man, you're a menace. You're a menace.
That dude looked like he was 55 and I was bringing him back. Like,
yeah. Don't do that.
I know they had a fight about me when they got home.
They absolutely did. They absolutely did. They had a quiet fight. She was trying to be quiet while yelling at him, and he was like, "What? This is my man!" Oh my God.
Oh man, that shit was dope. Hell yeah, that's the squad right there, yo.
The squad. I hope none of y'all ever meet again. The squad. What are you talking about?
Oh man, that's what it is. Let's get into the news.
Yeah, sure.
U.S. DOJ announces a seizure of $3.36 billion in cryptocurrencies. That's right. The Department of Justice on Monday announced that law enforcement seized $3.36 billion of Bitcoin from a man who unlawfully obtained more than 50,000 Bitcoin from dark web market Silk Road over a decade ago.
Wait, I got to stop you.
Okay.
I got to stop you because I can't believe we haven't discussed at all old dude. The dude, the Bitcoin, the young man who lost what? Billions and billions?
Yeah.
And billions? Like this guy. Yeah. He grabbed it from the dark web. What can't you get from a dark web? You can get a dead body if you want to. But this guy, I've been reading, just trying to figure out what that guy was doing. What's his name? Like Sebastian Banks James or some shit. I forget what his name is, but SBJ, something like that. Just like, and trying to figure out what it was that he did and how it was that
$96 billion.
Yeah.
$96 billion that man lost.
That was his. That was supposedly his.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That man is crying every day. You know what I mean? I feel like his story got leaked. So like Kanye has context of like, yo, you fucked up. You lost 1.8. Nah, B, 96 Billy.
No, that guy, he's not crying. I don't think, because he was doing some nefarious shit.
Yeah.
He was taking money that people were putting into crypto and using that money to fund other stuff that he had going on.
Right.
And apparently in the tech around it, someone found a backdoor way of transferring those funds without it being obvious, which is never a good sign. When you have a backdoor way of doing something, nothing good's happening through the back door. So there was that. He thought that one of his competitors was going to buy him out, but that guy got to look at the numbers and was like, oh, hell no, you on your own. He lost all of that money. He was trying to explain himself on Twitter, right? So he had a series of tweets where he's like, well, it's just because this, and this, and then there is this, and blah, blah, blah. But everything's fine. Don't worry. And I just read this morning that he was doing a weird kind of tweeting thing where he spelled out the words "what happened," but he did it one letter per tweet at a time. And what he was doing was, as he made a new tweet, he deleted one of the old tweets so that it would stay in the same count and not trigger whatever it is that keeps track of how you deleted tweets. So it looks like the count has stayed the same, but what he was deleting were the tweets where he was trying to explain himself that may actually end up being very incriminating. So he was taking those off and then putting in another. And look, let me tell you something. I've learned nothing about tech, but I've learned a lot about tech. Again, just from Twitter, because someone was like, here's what this guy's doing, and explained it all. And I'm like, ooh, that dirty dog. Like, that's not the move of somebody who's like, oh no, I lost my money. Nah, bro, you were stealing money and you got caught.
Mm-hmm. Real
so
talk, yo.
And so the whole time I've just been like, yo, is Gastor okay? I know that he really believed in crypto and I think it's a sham. And now I'm like,
hey, listen, I'm still out here crypto gang all day. You caught somebody, okay? We're going to get more legitimate now. We're taking out the criminals, okay? That's all that happened right here.
No, you're not. You think this is it? You think this is the last one? Everyone's going to go, well, I'll probably act right. No one acts right with the paper money that we have now.
But that's my argument, though. Like, that, there's already criminals in that money. So, like, we're not being any different. We're just the new ones. Okay?
What's the new ones? I'm not saying I want it to be a place where there's no crime. I'm just like, come on.
You need a little
crime.
Get
it together. Okay? Get it together, though.
I was pro the everything that happened. We cleaned up a little bit of the sloppiness. Mm-hmm. Sam Bankman kind of like with his tweets kind of exposed himself as like a real life supervillain. Like that felt like some like Batman's captured shit, and I'm gonna tell you my whole plan like with those tweets. And I like that energy. I like that there's people in real life that's like living out real like comic book themed storylines, you know. Mm-hmm. We need more of that, okay? You know, wear a costume next time, really like lean in, Sam. Okay, you're allowed. But yeah, I don't know, it just, I love the idea that like none of this shit matters. I make up your own rules, you know. You like there, none of these numbers, like every article is like, oh, this guy lost 3 billion, this guy lost 2 billion, this guy lost 90 billion, this guy lost 17 billion. Mm-hmm. And my life has not changed one bit. Like everything is the same today. You know what I mean?
Right,
like, right. I cannot, I don't think until like 10 years ago, I had a concept of how much theoretical money there is. Like if you would have asked me at 20, yo, how much money is there in the world? I would have said like, gotta be like $1 trillion. I don't know. Like I would have said a number so ridiculously small by comparison to the real money that there is in the world.
But there isn't that money.
And there isn't that money. Yeah, it's just all like a
because
calculator.
This was just everyone. It was a run on the banks, which have happened many times when people are like, oh no, some shit is happening. Let me get all my money. And if you go to the bank. I mean, if a lot of you right now were to go to your local branch and you have some money in there and you're like, I need my money. Give me my money. Something's happening. Give me my money. Y'all would shut those branches down by the end of the day. Like they wouldn't have the money to give you. They'd be like, but what about, and you're like, nah, give it all to me. Here's all my paperwork, everything up. Like a cashier's check. But then where are you supposed to go to cash the cashier's check? Like you will not, they will not hand you sacks of money because it's not there.
You getting pens. That's it, my G. You getting free pens.
Right. So there's just, the money's just, it's not, what do I say? Real. And so, I get, so it's like, wow, he lost a lot of money for a lot of people, but he doesn't seem to be stressed, probably because no one really believes it's real or so. I don't know. I think it's more about being found out that he was doing some bullshit with it. But for something that's not real, a lot of people really do try to hold on to it. I mean, I have a savings account. I have 2 savings accounts.
Straight
I
up.
mean, yeah, it's not real, but somebody wants it.
No.
So I guess I need to give it to them if they need it, you know? So,
I want 30 million fake dollars or real dollars, whatever they are. That's my
yeah,
magic number. That's what I want
that's
to
what I
get to.
want. I want it in a suitcase, like in a movie, or a
Straight up.
number of suitcases.
I want to hold it physically. I want to know it is mine. Like I want like pallets basically in my basement. Okay. Like
Pallets of
if you rob me, I want to know that like you came with a team. Like you had a trailer. The robbery took
okay.
several hours.
A
You needed
forklift.
the yeah, you know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
took effort. Not like, oh, I cracked this dude's code. Okay, none of my passwords are Diesel. I know. Okay. I make them up and I
Yeah.
need to remember them. There's a limitation to what I could do. Okay.
Right,
I get
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
So that's not where you gonna find my money. I get $30 million. I promise you, there's like physical people protecting it. Okay. I'm investing in heavy doors. That's the security I'm in. You made
Okay.
6% on your money last year in the bank. No, I did not. But if somebody tried to rob me, they would need a lot of like help, like manual labor. So props to you on your return. But I like my security, okay? Like it's physically there. Okay. Gold
Oh my
bricks.
god.
Okay. I'm gonna be a super villain in that way. You know, what's these invest like gold, like sincere gold. Know what I mean? Just melting down gold chains, okay? That's the
Oh
future.
my god. Yikes, yikes. Anyway, I saw that. I was like, "Oh wait, this is about crypto money, and there's no way that I can let this go without talking about that dude doing the thing." That's all anyone talked about for like a week, you know?
I just love that like the government is like, oh, we got this fake money. No one knows, B.
No
No
one
one
That's the thing,
knows.
is no one's really, they're just like, "Where is it?" And I'm like,
Yeah. What are you doing with this, B? How is this
yeah.
helpful to us? And we didn't even
Also
know it existed. It was fake money 10 years ago
right. Mhm.
that he bought in the black market. None of this is real. He
I
bought it on a
mean
black market website that doesn't exist 10 years ago when nobody wanted the coins.
mhm.
And this is
Well,
what government funds are being used for.
I mean, yeah, they gotta do something, right?
It's all fake, baby.
It's all fake. And yet, that said, I would like more of it, please.
Yeah, sincerely.
Since
You know
it's
what I mean?
fake, you might as
Hell
well come
yeah.
up off some
Hand it
of it.
over.
Yeah.
In other news, Tyson CFO charged after being found in a stranger's home. That's right. According to police report, John R. Tyson was found asleep in a woman's bed at her home in Fayetteville just after 2 a.m. on Sunday. The woman called the police when she found Tyson, whom she did not know. The woman told police she came home and found the man asleep in the back bedroom of her first floor with his clothing on the floor near the bed. Police woke Tyson up, but he did not respond and attempted to go back to sleep. The woman told dispatchers the front door may have been unlocked. In the police reports, officers said that they identified Tyson using his driver's license and that his breath smelled like alcohol. He was probably on my flight. Tyson was charged with public intoxication and criminal trespass and was released from jail on a $415 bond. Tyson was named the chief financial officer of Tyson Foods on October 2nd. He is the fourth generation of the company's namesake family. His father, John H. Tyson, serves as chairman of the board.
That's so funny. Also, this was Fayetteville, Arkansas, by the way. I just want to make sure no one in Georgia's like, "What?" No, not there.
Yeah, man. That's just dope to me, man. Like, imagine like being so rich that like when the cops wake you up, you're like, yo, my man, like, let's handle this later. And like, no, you in the wrong house, my G. Yeah, whatever. Just let me take
I
this nap.
mean, yeah, that's not necessarily being rich so much as it just being drunk. Like, imagine being that drunk. Plenty of poor people have done that too. Been asleep in a place and they're like, "Catch me in the morning." Like what? Also, and this may this pertains to like a certain small town charm that you and I have experienced.
Mm-hmm.
The woman said that the front door may not have been locked. The front door definitely was not locked because apparently people in small towns don't lock their front doors. And now look, you got a chicken man in your bed. You got a drunk chicken man in your bed because you don't lock your front door. Say what you want about us city folk. We're going to see the broken glass where someone really worked to get into my bed.
Big fact.
Like, we're going to see it. I'm not just going to run up on somebody in my bed already. I'm going to see the trail of blood from where they cut themselves trying to get in.
Yo, you broke, if I catch you sleeping in my home, you broke 3 doors.
Yeah, right.
Like,
you really?
Like, you earned that nap. Then I'll let you sleep. Sincerely. Like, yeah, you good.
Yeah, you really.
Like, you earned that, my man. Like, those are 2 metal doors, a wood door. You picking locks. Respect. Hell yeah. Take that nap, my G. We'll talk about this tomorrow.
Like, wow.
I left you some water and cookies by the bed. Like, it's crazy. Like, yo. I really wish y'all saw me and Shaw's face when that lady told us, yeah, we leave the doors unlocked. Yo.
You know, and she was just like, small town, so we leave the doors unlocked. And we were like, oh, do you?
Shalewa and I have done this show for a little over 2 years. We have pretty good rhythm together. We weren't even looking at each other, and I know we were so in sync with the decision we made instantly. Yep, we're not staying here tonight.
Nope.
I've never felt such a sincere connection of like, yep, we are making the same decision right now. We have processed this information exactly the same.
Yep.
Small town charm my ass. Hey, nah. Keep that shit. I want to find all the locks. You got extra locks? I didn't even trust the other person in the house.
In the house. And it
was like, this like we got someone that works with us that stays here as well. And they have their own room. You won't see them. And we didn't see them. And that was further reason why we didn't trust them just in the crib. Nah, B. I'm good. The small towns is different. Finally, poisonous cobra dies after being bitten by an 8-year-old boy. That's right. Venomous cobra met its demise after attacking an 8-year-old boy in India who bit the wild snake to death after it wrapped itself around its hand. The incident transpired in India's Pandarapur village in Jaspur district on Monday. The 8-year-old Deepak was playing in the backyard of his house on Monday when a poisonous cobra bit him on his hand. The snake got wrapped around my hand and bit me, Deepak told us. And I was in great pain as the reptile didn't budge when I tried to shake it off. I bit it hard twice. It all happened in a flash. Deepak's family rushed him to a local health center where he was given an anti-snake venom and kept for observations. Dr. James Minj said Deepak luckily suffered a dry bite, meaning there was no venom in the snake's fangs at the time. He was discharged after only a day. Local snake expert Quazir Hussain told the outlet that cases of dry bites, while painful, are quite rare, and a local journalist named Ramesh Sharma said the district is also known as Naglok, meaning abode of serpents, because of the 200 different kinds of snakes that call the district home.
Did they know that before they set up shop there? These are the kind of things you really got to put that in like the brochure of the city. I need to know.
I want that disclosed on Zillow.
Yeah, if the village has a nickname like a snake house, like I want to know. I want to know that. Also, I find it hard to believe that the child, an 8-year-old child, after being bit by a snake, was like, as the reptile didn't budge when I tried to shake it off, I bit it hard twice. No, that's not what this child said. That child did not say it all happened in a flash. This kid was crying and was like, and they were like, got it, bit it hard twice.
We can't be typing out all these tears, okay?
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I'll fill in the blanks from here. But a dry bite, huh?
Oh, that's out there.
Wild. That's wild. But I mean, ew. I'm glad the kid's okay.
Yeah.
And I guess it killed the snake, or did they kill the snake? Oh yeah, no, it killed the snake. The bites killed the snake.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Them dudes is fearful bites right there.
But you know what? That's good because the kid, he's probably going to lose the teeth anyway. They're probably like, baby teeth, which as we all know are very sharp. Very sharp. At 8, he hasn't had enough life to like file it down yet. So yeah, those are sharp ass baby teeth.
Hell yeah. You should keep those. Make a chain out of them or some shit.
Absolutely.
Straight
keep
up.
Them. They're
those teeth saved his life.
That's true.
Straight up.
For sure. Save them. Put them in a little jar. Do
Hell
that.
Yeah.
And then string them.
If you would like to attend the War Report snake biting contest.
What? Where humans bite snakes?
Hell yeah, baby. We doing role reversal, baby. One for the home team. Okay.
I'm not trying to piss off the abode of snakes like that. I'm not trying to have no contest where we're having fun and joshing, but then there's a snake off across the street watching, going, wait till I tell the others.
Oh, y'all talking shit?
Oh, okay. Oh, I see you. No.
Those are just show snakes, okay? You don't know the real out here, B.
Those aren't even our smart ones. I see. Okay.
All you gotta do is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you are an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You rooting for the snakes, okay? It's messed up, B. This is the first animal article that we've had go our way as a people, okay?
That's true. That's true.
5 stars, you part of the home team, baby. We winning out here. Snakes are going down. Admittedly, it's going to be a close battle, though. If we do the 200 snakes, we might win 101.99. It's tight, okay? Don't place a bet on this one, okay?
I feel like it's going to be, the margins are very slim. I think it's going to be a real squeaker. It's anyone's game, actually.
If you have any articles you want us to cover, DM us directly on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs to Black Girl Green World. Appreciate you sharing articles this week. With all that said, I am the now sober, soon biting snake champion, Gastor Almonte, with the officiating of the biting, Shalewa Sharpe.
I'm nowhere near it. I'll tell you what, I have added saucy to my lineup of words now. Meaning, I literally wrote down tipsy equals saucy equals loose. That's I say loose, but you say saucy, and I'm here for either one of those.
This has been a saucy episode of War. Catch y'all next time. Peace.
Once the guns go cold.